Hello, I'm Devra Betts.
And I'm Ray Betts. We are the host of Chew on This. We're so grateful that you're here with us today.
Yes, thank you for being with us. So we may discuss nutrition, we may discuss health, we may discuss food for thought, but whatever we discuss, our topic of the day, we want to leave you with a little bit of information just to chew on, because our goal is to help you create habits that can help you live healthy and happy.
And when it comes to healthy living, there's many habits that I know I need to know that they're important, not only for my health, but for other people's health as well.
Yeah, so there's tons of things that we can do to stay healthy, but there's also things that we do that can compromise our health. And we're going to talk about one of those today, and that's stress. Anybody live with stress?
Yeah, I get stressed once in a while.
Yeah. But you're basically a laid back guy. You don't get stressed too often. I can maybe count on one hand the times I've seen you actually lose your temper, maybe on two fingers. So what really stresses you out?
What stresses me out, probably, and a lot of other people too, I'm guessing anyway, and that is that traffic. Las Vegas traffic. They come from other parts of the country.
Does that apply to anybody else here? Anybody else get stressed out by Las Vegas traffic?
Trying to navigate the spaghetti bowl and other places it's the same way. Get it kind of lost and like, where am I going? What's going on with this?
So first you have construction.
Yeah.
And then you have the crazy drivers.
No, not in Las Vegas. Come on now.
I don't want to call them stupid because, well, we'll talk about that in just a second. So what is it about the traffic that stresses you out?
Sometimes, and people in general, that is, they don't use turn signals once in a while, or they cut people off, or they try to circumvent waiting in a line for everybody, and that is, they cut him at the last second. You've probably seen that before.
Big old long line of traffic to get off on the 95, and thousands of cars, feels like 1,000 cars in line, and there's always that one or two cars that sneak up to the very top.
Boy, I hate that. But I hate that. But sometimes that's me. I've forgotten that I got to get over, and there's a line that already started, and I can't go in there at 40 miles an hour, so I got to slow down, and then I'm at the head of the line, so I sneak in.
I think that just happened last week.
Yes, it
right?
did.
With all that construction on 95, we're barreling along, and there was a new way to get off, and this one is cutting in at the top. So anybody ever out there, well, I'll use myself for example. I go to make a left-hand turn, and I go to hit my, what's that thing called? Blinker?
Blinker? Turn signal?
Go hit my turn signal, and it's on. And gosh, how long has it been on? I don't know. And so when I'm frustrated by somebody who I think they're trying to get over, I'm not sure where they're going to go, I've had the grace I feel like it's a blessing for those times when I behave a certain way. It's like a little light bulb goes off in my head and said, see, you do it too.
You do it? We both do it. Now, a lot of people do it, and I call it like this. Some people have said that they're EGR persons.
What's EGR?
Extra grace required. And sometimes I'm it.
That's me. I covet extra grace.
And go ahead.
Do any of you require extra grace? You're all perfect drivers out there, right? Perfect drivers? Anybody out there?
No, come on.
I'm gonna hazard a guess that you all take a turn doing it. And so this is the point. If we all take a turn missing, forgetting our turn signal, or not noticing what the speed limit is, although 100 and a 65 is excessive, but we miss the sign for the speed limit, we forget where we're supposed to get off, and we have to make a quick exit across traffic. If we all take a turn doing that, there's always somebody on the roadways driving crazy. So
how about those people that it's 45 miles an hour and they're doing 44 or 43, even 42? It's like, why are you not going the speed limit?
Do the speed limit. I used to be one of those people. This has been 35 years ago, and I'm in recovery. I want you to know that. But 35 years ago, I was a very angry driver. I would get very frustrated when someone wasn't moving out of my way. And I had just been to Vacation Bible School with a bunch of small children, and they'd given away these little plastic crosses. And when I got in my car, I just hung it on my rear mirror so it wouldn't get lost in the car. And I get in the car, I'm driving down the road, and somebody cut me off. And I went, I'll use ballistic as the word. I got very angry, and I was yelling at this car next to me. And two things happened. One was, wow, listen to yourself. And the next thing that happened was I turned my head and I saw that cross hanging there. And it really kind of got me, it really convicted me to check. And so now I'm in recovery, and I try to remember when I do something that's really silly, or that someone has done it to me. I try to remember those times that I have cut somebody off. I forgot to use my turn signal. And what tricks do you use?
Well, as you were talking there, I was just thinking that, whenever I've done something bad, or when other people have done something bad, I love it when we wave at each other. That's a 5-finger wave.
Yeah, I always make sure they can see all 5 of my fingers.
And so, I've done some crazy things, unfortunately.
So we're talking about this because we have a choice in how we respond in traffic. We can allow ourselves to get stressed, and there's so many health things that happen to our health when we're stressed. Cortisol levels rise, our immune system is depressed. There's a wide variety of things that are impacted because we allow ourselves to live under stress. A little bit of stress is good, but too much stress can cause chronic illness. And so
how do we relieve some of that stress?
How do we leave? What would be your number one thing?
Well, sometimes it's putting on something on a radio that you really like, or maybe a fictional book that's on there. I listened to The Shack.
The Shack?
Oh my gosh, that was a good book. And it's great that, can I have a little bit extra time in the car so I can listen to the next chapter? So sometimes, or favorite songs or something like that.
And sometimes it's managing our expectation, right? If we know we're going to be on a busy highway, it's giving ourselves a little bit of extra time. And it's also that extra grace required. I know that I need extra grace, so give that to somebody else. And what about the person who's trying to get out into traffic and no one will let them out? Sometimes that's, I need out. Sometimes you need out. What if we all just let somebody out? Or if they needed to change lanes, what if we just made it a beautiful highway to travel? Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing.
One person at a time, we could change how we drive in Las Vegas.
Yes.
So our challenge really is in how we respond to the stress. To manage your expectations, take a deep breath. And if you want more information about stress, what it does to your body, how to manage your stress, leave a comment in the leave us your name, or leave a comment on the Facebook page, and I will send you something on how to better deal with your stress.
That was a good idea. One of the things that I just thought of also, and that is, jeepers, now it's gone out of my head. Stress. Oh.
Stress will do that to you.
Yeah. Deep breathing exercise, you mentioned that.
Taking a deep breath will go a long way just to relieving that stress that you're feeling on the roadways. But make it a game, just enjoy. Pay attention to the people around you and what they're doing. That could be hysterical all by itself. Right?
I know we had a little bit of stress situation when we went to Wisconsin. Those are unique though. And
there weren't a lot of drivers on the road, but it was still stressful.
8 inches of snow will do that. It's like, okay, this is not good.
And ice.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, manage your stress. If you want some ideas of how to do that, comment in the Facebook page. But we're really excited about in our next segment, we have 2 guests. They're 2 local area pastors who are up to some really exciting things. And I'm looking forward to hearing from them and what it is that they have to say.
I know I said earlier about EGR people, and that's grace. And these people know a lot about grace.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear about them.
Because each and every one of us require extra grace. And they are all about grace. So we'll see you. Stay tuned for the next segment.
I'm looking forward to seeing them and talking to them and getting to know what's going on. What's going on. In the meantime,
see if we get our tongues to work.
In the meantime, have a wonderful day. See you on the next segment.